all the people who are here today. I'm always happy to speak about cancer since it affects all of us. And why I say that it affects all of us is that a person with cancer is not only a person in the house alone. That person could have been a mom, a dad, a caregiver, an earner, and the doctors can agree with me saying that if you earn the money and have a job and you have a cancer, it affects everyone. Because the job will stop. It affects the psychology, the ability to cope, depression, sadness, pain. So everyone becomes affected because as cancer enters into your life, into the life of the whole, eats a lot. And every cancer survivor can tell you the journey, testimony as to what it takes to live with cancer and to survive. So that is why, as part of the Ministry of Health, it is part of the mandate that there is early detection, that there are programs involved in order to mitigate, in order to work along with the patient to diagnose in time and the right intervention at the right time in order that the person can have a healthy life and a good well-being. So what kind of cancer, or who are the people that have been affected? In the statistics for 2018, it shows that those over 65 years of age falls to 43% of the total being diagnosed. Diagnosed means that those people who come to the healthcare provider, they go through the test, and a diagnosis is established. So the 43% of those are between the ages of over 65. And but what are the cancers that are most prevalent? What are the most ones that are found? It is the cancer of the breast, which in 2018 we have 29 cases out of the 176 that were diagnosed during 2018. And what does that mean? That cancer of the breast is still one of the leading ones we diagnosed. So, however, in total for 2018, we can see a total of 176. Since 2008, the government has been making a list of all the diagnoses that are being done, all cancers that are being diagnosed. And up to now, we have 1,212 cancer diagnoses. And only for 2018, we have 43. Even though most of the cancers that are being diagnosed is among those people who are 65 years or older, there are still some cancers that occur earlier in life. For example, we have these 3 cases of leukemia in ages 1 to 4, another 2 cases of leukemia ages 5 to 9, and cancer of the kidney for a 14-year-old. That only says that age, it doesn't limit itself to age. However, people who are more than 65 years old are the ones frequently being diagnosed. What do we think? Why does that happen? There could be a reason. Is it because when we're younger and healthier, we go less to the doctor thinking we have a cancer? Or is it as we grow older, it is then that we start to think that, hey, let me go and check if I have cancer. So more people who are older are the ones going to check and being diagnosed of cancer.
Cancer is expensive for you, for your family. Make a work to all your family psychologically, like the doctor here, economically, and some people, it's a reality can't afford it. Me, like a doctor, and like working in palliative care, we see patients, young patients, with 2 or 3 kids dying of cancer because they can't afford it. And the only thing we could do is make them as most comfortable possible. And most of the cancer was cervical cancer, breast cancer, and prostate cancer. The next thing is, you are the young people, you are the new generation, you are the one who have to support Cancer Society, support Aladdin programs, and fight making Ministry of Health incorporate in the system cancer and palliative care with a budget. You understand? Because not everybody could afford it. You know, Ms. Tracy, how much people are going to beg you for money, for help, even for go to Nigeria, even for go abroad. You go on Facebook and you see every day, I need donations, my kid is having cancer, what I should do. And the next thing is train the doctors to work in the hospitals, in the polyclinics, to know what for do and to know how for direct the people. Because sometimes the doctor, fortunately, is very overloaded at work, don't have all the time for explaining. And okay, you need to do this test. And after that, get an appointment. Try your best. You know the time is good for patients with cancer. And the earliest that you detect it, the earliest you attack it or you treat it, you have more possibilities of survival. And in other countries, the survival rate has been increasing a little bit because it's an early detection. Early detection of the cancer. Pap smear, breast exam, mammogram. Mammogram should be included in all the hospitals. We don't have mammogram. You need to pay for mammogram. It's a sad situation, and mammogram is very, very simple. It's a simple test and it's not expensive. You go to the ultrasound and you have to pay $100 and change. When the mammogram is like $50. Understand? They are the things that we need together, fight for, and make it the government and Ministry of Health provide for we. Any questions?
I think first and foremost, the most important message to carry from everything we're hearing about cancer is do not get cancer, right? Even if you can cure it 100%, still don't get it. In fact, don't get any disease. Yes? So, my background is in alternative medicine. And primarily it involves Chinese medicine. Everything you can research about Chinese acupuncture, about Chinese herbalism, about Chinese massage therapy, and so on and so forth. All of that is included in my training, except that everything we do does not involve physical needles, physical herbs, or physical contact to massage someone. It is all done energetically. So, in other words, we learn how to use energetic needles. There's no physical needles involved, but we learn everything about the acupuncture points in the body, the meridians and so forth, Chinese medicine theory and so on. And we learn how to bring about transformations in our health and energy system energetically. We learn the role that the mind and our emotions play in our health. We learn that before anything becomes physical in your body, it first happens in your mind and it happens in your emotions. It happens on a spiritual level. And that if we understand that relationship between body, mind, and soul, then we will pay a lot more attention to the soul part, the mind part, the emotional part. Because first it happens on these levels. And likewise, even though it has become physical, you are able to bring about some amazing healing by addressing the source of your illness. It doesn't just apply to cancer, it applies to every illness. And here's how it works in Chinese medicine. In Chinese medicine, there are no incurable diseases, only incurable patients.